Hello, I'm Francesca Page. Governor Jay Nixon declares a state of emergency in Missouri. The governor also activates the National Guard ahead of a decision on the Ferguson police shooting. Governor Nixon says the Guard will assist state and local police if there's rioting and unrest. Violent protests erupted throughout Ferguson and St. Louis area back in August after police officer Darren Wilson shot and killed 18-year-old Michael Brown. And the parents of Peter Kassig speak out about their son's death just one day after he was executed by ISIS.
Our hearts, though heavy, are held up by the love and support that has poured into our lives these last few days.
Peter Kassig was an Army Ranger turned aid worker helping victims displaced by the Syrian civil war. He was captured in October of last year, according to his parents. And Secretary of State John Kerry is also speaking out against the terror group. He says the U.S. is still committed to defeating the militants.
ISIL's leaders assumed that the world would be too intimidated to oppose them. Well, let us be clear. We are not intimidated.
Meanwhile, Secretary John Kerry heads to Europe to resume talks with Iran about their nuclear program. The deadline for a deal is 1 week. Explosions rocked the Syrian border town of Kobani. The town has been a center of fighting between ISIS and Kobani's Kurdish defenders for about 2 months now. The US-led coalition continues to launch airstrikes in the region. And Nebraska health officials who treated the doctor with Ebola say his symptoms were just too advanced.
Dr. Celia was extremely critically ill when he arrived to our hospital. He had no kidney function. He was working extremely hard to breathe.
Dr. Martin Celia died this morning. He was working in Sierra Leone caring for patients when he contracted the virus. Celia was given the experimental drug ZMapp and plasma from an Ebola survivor as part of his treatment. Exciting news for Catholics in the United States. Philadelphia's Archbishop says Pope Francis is coming for a visit next fall. This will be the Pope's first trip to the U.S. since becoming head of the Catholic Church. He will attend the World Meeting of Families in Philadelphia. And federal drug enforcement agents paid a surprise visit to a few NFL teams yesterday. They were there to check on the medical staff as part of an ongoing investigation into claims that prescription drugs have been mishandled. Agents questioned staff from the San Francisco 49ers after their game against the New York Giants. They also reportedly made unannounced visits on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. The investigation was prompted by reports of widespread painkiller abuse by former players. That's your Newsmax Now update. Stay connected at newsmax.com. I'll be back with another update in about 30 minutes.